From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
What can't you do? You can't do that in Disney. What are you thinking? We're going to share some no-nos in Disney. And finally, after 7 long years, we finally got our first 1-star review. And after several weeks, the gag order is off. And we can finally talk about it. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good. So, here we go. Toni-Ann.
How you doing?
Good.
It's been freaking freezing. Like colder than normal cold. It's been really cold. And there is even snow in parts of Florida.
Yeah. Don't ever say it won't snow in Florida. Like, lots of snow. Over 10 inches in some places. It's
really funny because Dominic went camping last week in Marianna, Florida. He went to the Florida Caverns. And he went primitive camping. He didn't plan to go primitive camping. He thought he booked a site with electric, but he didn't. He booked a site with just water. So he went up to North Florida. He went to the caverns. He went to the Naval Air Museum in Pensacola, and he slept with no electricity. And it was cold last week. It was in the high 30s where he was last week. And he actually came home a night early, but he did sleep there 2 nights. But I'm glad he did that last week and not this week, because this week it snowed where he was.
But how cool would that have been? Snow while you're camping?
I don't know, because he had no electricity. I said to him, and I looked on the Reserve America website, there were spots available with electricity. And he's like, "Oh, Mom, I already set up."
Well, those tents. Yeah.
Okay, well, he's 21. He's young, and
he can handle it.
But the Florida Caverns, he took some beautiful pictures of the caverns up there. They're really nice.
Yeah. I've never been to them. My son Zane's been to them, so they're pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, big caverns in Florida. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Nice. And he went to the Pensacola, the Naval Air Museum, which is free. Yeah. And he went there, and it's a lot of big planes. It's where the Blue Angels fly out of. So.
Yep. So that's kind of close to my old stomping grounds. Done quite a bit of surfing in Pensacola back in the day. Good surf spot.
So, and it snowed up there. Amy Rhodes, I think, got 10 inches or something ridiculous like that. Maybe 8.
No, it was like 8 to 10 inches. Mobile. Mobile, Pensacola, that whole area. Yeah, Mobile is real close to Pensacola. So, yep, a lot of snow. Unprecedented snow.
Yeah, it's really cold here too.
Yeah, it is.
I know people laugh at me when I say it's cold here, but it is.
Yeah. I was doing some work on the RV today, and man, let me tell you what. My hands were frozen. Frozen.
Just like Elsa.
Yeah. My heart wasn't frozen, but my hands were frozen.
Michael's coming. I hear him.
And this is Michael's maybe 2 seconds or a minute. What's it going to be this week?
Uncle Dave was very upset last week that you came in and ran out. And you didn't even say hi to him.
Hi, Michael. Hi. That's better. See? Yeah. Hi.
So, tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Friday is lunch day.
You going to get lunch tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah? Wow. You got money for lunch?
Good.
You do?
Good for you. Wow. Good for you. Wow. Good for you. So.
Where are you going for lunch? Do you know?
Yeah.
Or where are you hoping to go?
Let's see. Where's our house?
Where do you want to go?
Let's see. What should I pick?
What should you? Well, I don't think you get to decide, but what would you hope for? What's your favorite?
Let's see. What's this?
Wendy's?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you get from Wendy's?
Frosty.
A Frosty?
Yeah. Frosty.
That's crazy. It's going to be really cold. Isn't it going to make you cold inside if you drink a Frosty? No, I guess not.
No.
So, yeah.
What was your favorite thing you did at Disneyland? We talked about your trip last week on the podcast, your birthday.
Yeah.
What was the best thing you ate when you were there last week?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Ooh, that's what everybody says. It was pretty good.
And
sci-fi.
You like that?
Onion rings and a milkshake.
And the Roundup Rodeo. That's what I was afraid of. You like the Roundup Rodeo.
Oh, no.
You like the rodeo, huh?
Christmas in the
And the what?
what's the girl? It's a girl. Bashing Happy
What?
Jamboree.
The Country Bear Jamboree? That was a nice burp he let out, too. The Country
Yeah.
Bear Jamboree, huh? You like that?
Give that about a 4.5.
Again? Yep.
Oh yeah.
He's making up for last week.
Yeah. All right. Should I call Dad?
Nope.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye to Uncle Dave.
Bye, Dave.
Bye.
So sorry.
He said bye, but he's still talking.
So Friday's lunch.
Friday's lunch, yes.
Says.
See you later, buddy. Close the door.
Bye.
Bye. That was more than a minute. That made up for last week, Dave.
And that was Michael's minute.
Okay.
Yeah, he's making up.
What were we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember now.
How cold it's been.
That's
It's been
right.
cold.
Oh, yeah. Snow.
Yes, it's been cold. It's been cold. And it's been cold at Disney.
Yeah, I
So-
bet. That'd have been cool if it snowed at Disney. How cool would that have been? Woo.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
It snows in Paris, at Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. Well, it was it almost made it down here to us. It was a possibility we might get some flurries.
It was raining last night, and it was like 36 when it was
Yeah.
raining.
Just need to be a little bit colder. I know.
Just slightly
Just-
colder.
Man, just missed it. Tonight's supposed to get down 31 or 32. So if
Yeah.
the rain was here tonight, we might got some
Right.
flurries here.
But it's
Anyway.
not, so.
Anywho, so you got any interesting news at Disney to talk about?
I have minor news. First of all, I have a correction to make. Last week I said the Festival of the Arts was running until February 28th, but that was wrong. The Ray Magnet for annual pass holders is available until February 28th, but the festival ends on February 24th. I don't know why they did two different dates, but it confused me and I gave you the wrong date for the Festival of the Arts.
Wow,
It ends on February 24th, the day after my birthday, coincidentally.
I'm
sliding my microphone.
I'm unsubscribing to this podcast right now.
Oh, because I made
Yeah,
Made
you
an error?
don't have any information.
Well,
No.
it was just weird. They made the Ray Magnet 4 days beyond the festival. That was weird to me.
Hey, before we get in the news, you want to talk
Yeah.
about the elephant in the room? Get this out of the way.
What's the elephant in the room?
The gag order is off. The gag order.
Oh, you had a gag order. That's
Yeah,
right.
I couldn't talk about this. We finally got a 1-star review after 7.
We did get a 1-star review. Yeah.
After 7 long years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was interesting. I was boastful and, not a little, a lot of boastful and said, oh, whatever. If we get a 1-star review, I'll stick it on a t-shirt or something, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And we got the 1-star review and I was like, man, it just doesn't lend itself to a t-shirt because I was kind of
No,
looking.
it's not good enough for a t.
No,
It's like, it's
no.
lame. It's actually lame as far as 1-star review goes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're calling it lame. I see. Okay. Well, that's subjective. I don't know. I mean, and whoever, it was from traveling this summer. And I don't know if anybody
Right.
heard what it said, but what did it say? It said, I never heard a podcast that promoted underage drinking. I'm not,
Right.
now I'm verbatim. I don't have it written down, but that's pretty close.
It took us a while to figure out what he was talking about because
How you know it's a he?
Because, or whatever, whoever it is. It took us a while to figure out what they were talking about because I thought maybe they were talking about the time that Michael took my glass. I was talking about how I had a nice tea with gin in it and he had a nice tea without gin in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he finished his and then grabbed mine. But then I was like, but Michael's 25. Michael's
Mm-hmm.
not a minor, but people may not know that. And people but that wasn't what it was. Because he put he actually put the episode name, but we didn't think about but it was something Olivia said about her friend.
You keep saying he. Do you know this person?
Or whatever, he or she, they said, yeah, that it was about the episode Olivia was on.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Olivia, that's my daughter, Olivia. And she is 21.
Right.
And her friend, Ashley, is 20.
Right.
And I think I didn't look. I recorded the podcast with her and Veronica, and then I edited the podcast. And if I thought that there was anything tort in there or something I shouldn't leave in there or whatever, I would have left it out. But I actually had to go back and listen to it, and I was like, wait a minute, this is not. well, for one, we were not promoting
No.
underage drinking at all.
No.
That could be subjective, like I said, but objectively, it is okay. Underage drinking is against the law. I get that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but here's the thing. I started thinking about it. In Florida, it's 21. I get it. In Europe, it's 18. So in all states, all 50 states, it's 21 right now.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Okay, let's Google it. Let's find out.
Is drinking age 21 in all states? Yes. The minimum legal drinking age in the United States is 21 in all 50 states and has been since July of 1988, which was, I turned 18 in 1990.
Okay, but before that, I guess that's when there was a lot of states.
Yeah, but 1988 was...
I know, it was a long time ago. Okay, come on, but I'm old, so whatever.
I know. I think that's why he thought it wasn't legal. It wasn't. Yeah, no, it's been 21 in all states for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah,
but
I just have a different view of it. I mean, maybe because I'm older, and I think
right, because when you were a kid, it was 18.
Yeah, and then there were some states you could if your parents were with you, or you could drink it with parents. A guardian or a parent, and you could go to a restaurant if you were underage and drink. There was a lot of states.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story about our father-in-law. I hope I don't get anybody in trouble.
Oh, here we go. See, now we're going to get another 1-star review.
My husband was 16, I think, and went to work with him one day. Maybe he was 15. I don't know. Went to work with him one day, and then at lunch they went to the Red Rose Inn, and they sat at the bar and had cottage fries and beer, and there was a lady dancing with no top on.
Wow. See? Wow.
His father took him where there were people dancing with no tops.
That's a 5-star review right there. Come on, people.
But this had to be what, 1970 something.
Okay.
So the 70s were a different.
Oh,
my husband loves to tell me, honey, the 70s were a different time.
Well, I can attest to that. I can attest to that.
He's like, I grew up in the 70s.
Yeah. Don't you feel old?
Yeah.
I'm feeling really old. Yeah. There was no such thing as seatbelts when I grew up.
I was a child in the 70s.
Okay. Don't stop right now. Stop it. Yeah. No such thing as seatbelts. No. You know what the seatbelt was? Is when your parents threw their arm in front of you to catch you. That was a seatbelt. And you'd be lucky. Whoever ended up underneath the dashboard, that was at least one of us was underneath the dashboard somewhere.
We were just lucky to survive our childhoods.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's just it's crazy. I mean, I get what they're saying. Like I said, it's subjective, but it's objectively correct.
Olivia was telling a story, and what were you going to do? Stop and say, "Oh, Olivia, that's wrong." Like you weren't going to stop and chastise her in the middle of her story.
No, but look, she's 20 years old. How do you know she didn't turn 21 that day or that weekend? I mean, it's 20. She's 20 years old.
Right.
And the way I look at it is, well, I don't know. See, I look at it my own way, in my own subjective way. If they allow 15-year-olds with a permit to drive around, the average car weighs around 4,000, 5,000 pounds, the average car. Mm-hmm. And you can drive around and learn to drive on the roads with other people at 15 years old. And then if you pass a test, you get to go and drive that 5,000, 4,000 pound car around by yourself at 16 years old. You can, at 18 years old, join the military and die for our country at 18, but you can't drink a beer or smoke a cigarette. I think it's absurd. I think it's just craziness. Not that I'm promoting drinking. I'm just saying that's just my old boomer self coming out. Okay. I think it's crazy. I don't know. But anyway, hey, and this traveling this summer, you're entitled to your own opinion, the 1-star review.
But let's go there for a minute.
Okay.
We looked up on this person, and they tend to troll Disney websites and podcasts. You looked at reviews for several Disney podcasts, and this person gave several Disney podcasts bad reviews, which makes us think that they either have their own podcasts and are just giving out bad reviews to people, or they're just trolls.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What I did was I have an app on my phone, and I got a new phone, so I had to use another podcast catcher. And when I got the new phone, I was setting up my old podcast catcher that I had years ago for whatever, because I like whatever, because I had a glitch in it and I stopped using it and was using another one. So what I did was I just randomly put in like, I don't know, 10 podcasts. And I just put Disney podcasts, and like 10 of them came up. And so I just put a couple in there, like, I don't know, I think it was 8. In fact, I'm going to look right now. I mean, it was,
random podcasts.
1, 2, 3,
you found 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I put 10 podcasts in there that were not any of ours or our friends' podcasts. Just random podcasts. The ones I thought I might listen to, but I've never really listened. I listened to maybe 1 or 2 of them a little bit. Anyhow, and I was sitting around one night when I had the gag order, and I'm thinking, I might need this. But this is a long shot. Let me do. So I went through those 10 podcasts, and I'm telling you, within 15 minutes, I found a 1-star review. No, I found a 2-star review.
Right.
For Main Street Magic. We know them. They're good podcasts. They have 264 reviews, and they gave them a 2-star review. Snorting. Are you doing this on purpose? I'm like, what? I mean, and Veronica said, well, maybe that meant that was funny. I'm like, no, why would they give him a 2-star review? Right, then I looked up another one, which was Addicted to the Mouse. They gave him a 3-star review, and it said, reviews are good. It is super annoying that, this is going to come to you, Toni-Ann, because when I sent this to you, it is super annoying that both of you say whenever when you should use when. I cringe every time I hear it. And that's when I thought, okay, within 5 minutes, I found 2 other reviews, 1 a 3-star, 1 a 2-star. So maybe we have somebody that just likes to troll these podcasts. Yeah, I don't know why this traveling this summer, whatever. They're entitled to their own opinion, and that's it.
Don't let them live rent-free in your head.
Right. No, they're not. No, not. I'm done. I just thought
let it go.
I thought it was fun, and I thought I had a little fun with it on our Facebook group this week. So, yeah, I had a little fun, and now the fun's gone. And that doesn't mean I need another 1-star review.
It's not fun anymore.
No,
we don't need any more. No, we're good.
And do not send a 1-star review thinking that you're going to get it on a T-shirt.
No,
it's not going to happen. No. I'm not going to do it. I'm rescinding. I'm taking that back. I'm not going to do that. No, not going to do it. Okay. Now you can do some news.
I really just have one piece of news, and that's that the Premier Lightning Lane can now be purchased by everyone. Originally, when Premier Lightning Lane started, it could only be purchased by people in deluxe resorts. Then, a few months later, they said Premier Lightning Lanes could be purchased by anybody staying on Disney property, value, moderate, or deluxe. Now, they've changed the story, and anyone, even if you're not staying on Disney property, can buy the Premier Lightning Lane. You have to buy it. Caveat is you can buy it 3 days in advance, while people on property can buy it 7 days in advance. But everybody. So does that mean that it's not selling and they need to sell more of them, or does that mean it's selling well and they want to sell more of them?
Oh, they definitely want to sell more of them.
Right. On Facebook, I'm seeing a lot of people are buying it. So.
Yeah.
Premier Lightning Lane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little out of my league. Yeah.
That's really all I got in that regard. All right, I got a little Facebook.
A little bit of Facebook's better than no Facebook. This week's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of Facebook. It's traveling this summer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a bing, bing, bing. No, it's a pew, pew, pew. It's a pew, 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 pew. Bing.
There was no there was no phlegm in that. Just saying, it made me very sad because I look forward to the phlegm, but it's okay. Don't do it.
Sometimes there's phlegm, sometimes there's not.
So my husband and I are doing a very special pixie dust to someone. And it's one thing. It's only one thing, but it's expensive. We want to put it in a place with not a lot of foot traffic. Suggestions? So this person wants to pixie dust someone with something expensive. So people gave her ideas, and then she posted a picture of what she's pixie dusting. And it's a Loungefly bag. And inside the Loungefly bag are 2 Disney gift cards. And somebody named Toni-Ann wrote, it's going to wind up in a lost and found. Security is going to get a call for an unattended bag. Anyone who just randomly picks up a lounge fly that doesn't belong to them is likely a thief. Not exactly the kind of person who's going to appreciate the message you're trying to send. So this person wanted to just leave a backpack on a bench somewhere for someone to pick up and take as pixie dust.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw a backpack laying there, first of all, I have on a few occasions alerted Disney security when I saw an unattended backpack. That's really what you're supposed to do when you see an unattended bag like that, because that's a security risk. But if you did see an unattended bag, so say you didn't call security, the kind of person that you'd like to gift would also be the kind of person that would probably take the backpack to Lost and Found, give it to a cast member, turn it in. The kind of person that sees a backpack sitting on a bench and says, "Oh, cool, I'm going to take this backpack," is a thief, right?
Just pick somebody out of the crowd and hand it to them.
Well, that's what everybody said. Everybody said just see somebody with a birthday button, strike up a conversation with somebody in line. Don't just leave it on a bench, because it's going to wind up in the Lost and Found, or it's going to wind up with security and a dog sniffing it.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be like our friend Bubba Matt. He went and did the a lightsaber, and he decided to gift it when he got done with it. And so he walked out in the park and he found a young kid and he gifted it to him. He didn't just leave it. If he just left it there, like you said, someone's either going to take it for themselves because they're a thief, or they're going to take it to a cast member, an alert cast member. Yeah, just find somebody and gift it to them. Which that was awesome, Bubba Mac. We talked about it before. That was awesome.
I hesitate to share this one on the podcast because it's.
Why? You scared? What's the matter? You scared you're going to get a 1-star review?
It's a little adult in nature, and we do have some young listeners. I'm just going to put this out there.
Don't listen.
I'm seeking a hospitality lawyer. I didn't even know that existed, but I guess every kind of lawyer exists, right? To assist me with a concerning incident at a Disney hotel. During my visit, a bartender who was responsible for pouring my drinks suggested via text message that we go to the bathroom during his shift. I declined, indicating that I'm not interested while he's on duty. Such behavior raises serious concerns about guest safety and professionalism. If you have experience in hospitality law, can you provide guidance and suggestions? So, okay, here's the thing. She said he text messaged her. How did he get her phone number? Then she replied, indicating she was not interested while he was on duty.
I picked up all that.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Now, what is she looking for? A payday?
I guess so. But how did she must have slipped him her number on a napkin or something, right?
Right. Well, I have, over the past 3 weeks, we've known about this 1-star review for several weeks, and I have actually hired counsel.
You back on that, Dave?
I have a little expertise on this situation now, on lawyers and stuff. That's all. So I was going to steer her in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay. This is an interesting, just an interesting thing. Not, I don't really have advice for this person, but it's interesting that my friend is going through a messy divorce, and she didn't realize that her husband stopped paying for their annual passes. They are both Florida residents on the monthly plan. She tried to call and get them separated, but she was told the only option was to either pay them both off in full, or wait each month until the balance is outstanding and pay both monthly. There is no way around this. No option to just take ownership of her own pass. And this is the thing that people don't understand about the Florida resident payment plan. Disney can't help you with that really, because it's not run by Disney. It's run by a third party. And you signed a contract with the third party to pay monthly. So I guess she's got to just either pay them both off or just take a loss this year and just start over from scratch. Make a new My Disney Experience account with a different email address and start over.
Yeah, I
So-
got a kid like that. So
You got a kid like that?
yeah, that's on my. But yeah, we pay for it. Yeah.
Oh, she's on your account.
Yeah, she's
right?
on my account. Yeah.
Yep. So-
Suckered me right in.
There you go. I think I got. Let me see. Please just hold, please. All right, Dave.
And now it's a missed connection. Oh yeah.
I met a man named Anthony on the Coronado bus to Epcot this morning. He's an annual pass holder that lives in Florida. We went to get our Ray magnets together after chatting on the walk from the bus to the entrance. He had a reddish beard. I should have exchanged contact info with him before we parted ways, but my brain was not thinking clearly. Pre-caffeine. LOL. Here's a picture of me on the bus, geared up for the rain, and with the hood down. If you're in the group, Anthony, say hi.
Wow, dating's so different now. We're not. No.
I'm so glad I don't have to date.
It's so
ever again.
weird now. Yeah, things are just different.
I've already told my husband I'm just it doesn't work out with us or one of us. I'm not.
Just done. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
no interest in men.
No, me either.
You don't either.
No.
See? Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah, well, I know. I get what you're saying. I know. It's just the whole thing. I don't know. It's just craziness.
Oh,
Hey, well, good luck with her. I hope she
I
finds
hope
out.
he meets Anthony.
I hope, yeah. If you're out there, Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You messaged me this week and you said you had a show idea.
Well, yeah, every now and then something pops in my head.
You can't do that at Disney.
Can't do that. It's a no-no. Yeah, it's
Okay.
a big no-no. You know, the reason I thought about it was because I was doing research for the I bring it up again, the 1-star review. And I went down a rabbit hole and I started
Oh my God.
thinking
Dave.
about, no, listen. So
Do not to let this man live.
No,
rent-free
it's
in your
not a
head.
man. How do you know it's a
or
man?
Woman, sorry.
no, it's not. I said it sent me down another path. And I thought, hey, this might be kind of fun to talk about because they were saying when you're promoting underage drinking, which is illegal.
No.
A no.
Mhm.
Objectively, it is against the law. And so I thought, wow, I bet, what can't you do or what other things are illegal that we do all the time? I mean, that person that traveling this summer probably does it every day. We probably do it every day. What things do you do, Toni-Ann, do you know that you probably break the law once or twice a week? Probably
Oh my
minimum.
God, I'm not going there. I have a professional license with the
Okay,
state.
let's
I'm
just
not
keep it
telling you
simple.
What I do illegal.
Let's keep it simple.
And we do not promote underage drinking.
No, we do not.
Olivia was telling a story.
That's
and
right.
we didn't say, yeah, go,
I know.
drink.
Okay, relax. I thought we were over this 1-star review. Don't get so tight. Come on, take it easy. Listen, so I will bet you money that you have drove over the speed limit in the last week.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. I bet. Well, I know you can't say.
I have a lead foot.
Okay,
I do have a lead
okay.
foot.
And I bet we used to call it. Well, I'm from California. We call it the California rolling stop. Is when you come to a stop sign, you don't completely come to a full stop.
No, that one I do because I've gotten warnings and
Well,
and
that's my point.
for that.
But a lot of people don't, and that's
Yeah,
breaking the
no.
law.
there's a 4-way stop by my house and I did get pulled over once.
Oh, see.
And so I
See?
always make full stop now.
Right. So we do things in life, not meaning to actually break the law, but we do it every day almost. Stop signs, driving over the speed limit, texting or on our phone. So there's a lot of
I'm
stuff.
never on my phone.
Okay, yeah, I know. Good for you. You shouldn't be on your phone.
I'm not. No, really, because of my job, I can't be.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, so that took me down the road of, well, I wonder what things in Disney are a no-no. Not that they're typical, not that they're against the law, but they're against the rules and policies of Disney.
Okay.
Okay. We've seen this so many times, Toni-Ann,
Mhm.
is littering. Littering is against the law and you can be fined for it.
Okay.
And we see it all the time in Disney, especially in the parking lots.
Oh yeah, we see diapers in the parking lots, McDonald's bags.
Okay,
People decide to clean out their car
yeah.
at Disney. I don't understand that. Clean out your car at home. Clean out your car at the gas station when you gas up. There's a can right there next to the pump.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was a stroller or it was a some kind of. I think it was a stroller or some kind of a. It was a box. So somebody got a brand new stroller or something that was in a box, opened it up, and then threw the box on the ground, and then probably just left.
Oh, what a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I just can't. That's against the law. That's against the law, people. Just so you know. And you're texting on your phone while you're driving through the park to get to your parking spot in Disney. You're trying to get that lightning lane or those dining reservations. That's against the law. If a cop sees you, they can pull you over and you could be in trouble.
It's against the law. It was against the law. I'm singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Okay, so now we're in the park. Now we're getting in the park, Toni-Ann.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything that's against the law?
Yeah. So,
or not against the law?
Against the law.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't go against the law.
No. Just breaking the policy.
Disney rules.
Yeah,
Disney rules.
Disney rules and policies. What are some Disney rules?
First of all, when you come up to the gate, they will see if you have your children in a wagon. Disney does not allow wagons. Now, a few years back, Disney used to allow the wagons that could be pushed like a stroller, the ones where there was a handle and the parents like pushed from that side. They never allowed pull wagons, like the kind that where the kids were behind you and you pulled them. But they did allow the new style wagons, the Wonderfolds that you push like a stroller. But a few years back, Disney got rid of those. And I never really understood it because they actually were not bigger space-wise than a double stroller. They kind of take up just as much room as a double stroller, but Disney does not allow them unless it's for medical reasons. So if you have a child with a lot of medical equipment that you need that kind of setup, they will give you a special tag that allows it. But in general, you're not allowed to have a wagon, no matter where the handle is at Disney.
Yeah, that's true. True.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that
the strollers? There is dimensions for the strollers. If your stroller's a Mondo huge stroller, they won't let you bring that in either.
Yeah. So okay. So I guess a big
the adult stroller for you, Dave.
Yeah, is that the question?
No go.
Okay. Jeez, I've been really wanting that so bad.
I know.
Did you know that you're not allowed to hang clothes on the balconies in the resorts? That's a no-no. So
really?
I'm sorry.
I see people hang
I know.
their bathing suits and towels.
Every time I come to see you, you got your underwear and your stuff hanging on the balcony. And I'm like, Toni-Ann, what are you doing?
Especially since I'm staying at All-Star Movies and it's not actually the balcony. It's just the railing there in front.
I'm like, sister, you can't do that.
No, but actually, yeah, no, that's okay. So, but what people don't realize, I can't believe how many people don't realize that there's a clothesline in the shower, in the bathroom. It's people don't know what this thing is. It looks like it's a circle with like a little knob coming out of it. And if you pull the knob, it's a retractable clothesline. If you look across to the other side of the shower, there's a little grommet that you could stick it in. Yeah. And it's a clothesline. And people, can't believe how many people don't know that that's there. That's a clothesline.
I didn't know when you told us about that long time ago on the podcast.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
most of the resorts have that over the bathtub.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I'm like, wow, all these years, 30, how many years? How old am I? And I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Toni-Ann, for telling me that.
It's like a circle with a knob coming out of it. I don't know how else to describe it.
No, it's. Yeah. I've always thought, what is that? What is that for?
Pull it.
Pull it.
I'm back at security now, and you cannot bring loose ice. So a few, people sometimes bring their coolers. They bring their lunch, they bring their drinks, and they bring food into the parks. Disney has no problem with you bringing food into the parks as long as there's no glass containers. A few years back, they started a rule that you couldn't have loose ice. And people at first scratched their heads about what's the deal with loose ice. And other people said, oh, people dump it out and it gets on the floor and people slip. It has nothing to do with that. You can't bring loose ice because they need to inspect your cooler. They need to see what's in your cooler. And they need to get to the bottom of your cooler to make sure you don't have any contraband weapons or anything else in your cooler. If you have loose ice in a cooler, if you have an ice chest full of ice, you're going to make the security guard stick his hand down into the bottom of that cooler where they can't see what they're sticking their hand in. And it's cold. But even beyond that, it's a safety matter that the security guard can't see what they're grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can't have loose ice in a cooler. But you can put it in Ziploc bags. So if you want to bring a cooler in, you can do ice packs if you have a freezer in your room, or you can do Ziploc bags with ice, and you have to lift them out and show the security what's in your cooler. They have to be able to lift the bags out, and they'll probably feel the bags to make sure there's nothing inside the bag with the ice either. So,
Yep, that's true.
Maybe move the ice around a little bit.
Yeah.
No ice, no loose ice.
Nobody wants to put their hand down that. Nope.
And it's not about spilling it on the ground, because I could get a cup of ice and throw it on the ground too.
In Animal Kingdom, do you know it's plastic straws and balloons are restricted. You can't. There's no balloons, or because they want to protect all the animals. There's 2,000 animals in Animal Kingdom.
Right.
But here's the thing: let's say you're at Magic Kingdom and you get a balloon and you want to hop over to Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. They actually have a balloon daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can check it in the daycare, balloon daycare. I was thinking about this. I'm thinking, wait a minute. So you can't have straws, you can't have balloons, but you can have them in the other parks. And there's animals there, squirrels, ducks, all that kind of stuff over there. Mm-hmm. And in Animal Kingdom, when you purchase stuff, don't you get a bag for your stuff?
Yeah, you do. The other thing about Animal Kingdom, you can't have lids either. That's not you can't have at Animal Kingdom. But if you bring your lunch into Animal Kingdom and you bring juice boxes, they will take the straws off of your juice boxes. You can't even bring, because usually a juice box comes with a straw attached to it, the back of it. They'll rip those off too.
Yeah. So you're breaking the rules if you sneaking straws in, just saying.
Yeah, don't sneak straws. You can do reusable straws. We go to Joffrey's and get the agave straws. They're not like the paper one. When we went to Yak and Yeti last week, the server gave us our straws and said, let me know if you need more because they're paper and they're terrible.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That was the first server that ever said that to me. That is true at Animal Kingdom, but you can get plastic cutlery at the quick service and things like that. So it is kind of.
Yeah, I know.
I see where you're saying that.
Yeah, it's a wishy-washy.
Where does it end, right?
I know.
Because they can't limit everything, but. And I mean, a balloon can theoretically. So say I'm staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is down the road, and my kid has a balloon and it gets out. Or I'm staying at All Star Music, which is down the road from Animal Kingdom. I mean, the wind can take it and carry it over to this event. I mean, it's not,
It's not perfect, but it's
you can't protect them from everything. No. There's outside elements. Facts. But I guess they do the best they can. They try.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for the other animals in the other parks. All the straws and balloons. There's something.
You mean those terrible birds that come and steal your French fries?
Yeah, that's okay. Those wild cats take care of them.
I guess.
All right. What else you got?
Well, this one is for my friends, the Austins. It's been a while. Their child is no longer a baby, but their child, Micah, when he was a baby, he was, a lot of times you'll have a barefoot baby. Babies, it's not uncommon for babies just to be in socks or not even socks, because babies pull their socks off. If you've never had a baby, they pull their shoes off, they pull their socks off. They're not, if they're not walking, it's usually not a big deal for your kid to be in socks and then a lot of times the kid pulls the socks off. It's just what kids do. Dan was telling a story about how they were in Magic Kingdom and they put Micah down on the hub grass, and they got yelled at because Micah had no shoes on. And I've now heard more stories, like if you go see characters and your child doesn't have shoes on, you can't put your child down. So everyone, including babies, must have shoes on to be on the ground or even, on the, You can't have a barefoot baby. You can have a barefoot baby, I guess, if you're baby carrying or if they're in their stroller. But if you take the baby out of the stroller and put them down, they have to have shoes on.
Okay. Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Yep.
Did you know that there's a policy at Disney that you cannot put kids on trash cans?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. You can put food on there. No, it's perfectly fine to put food on there.
Of course.
So I think the reasoning behind this, Toni-Ann, is that they're trying to circumvent people trying to like put their little kids up there to diaper change them or something or whatever, or in between, because they want to keep it clean for the people to put their food on there.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right?
It's probably for safety, I think, so the kid doesn't fall off and then they sue them or the kid stands up there to watch the fireworks or the parade.
I don't know. I'm going with the food.
You think it's about the diapers?
I think I think it's for the food. Yeah, I think it's for the food, personally. Okay. Any more rules you want to break? Any more?
Yeah, I do. You can't buy gum at Walt Disney World, right?
No. But you can bring it in and you can be chewing it.
You can bring it in and you can chew it, but you can't buy it. And I think you can't even buy it at the Orlando airport. So if you're a gum chewer, you need to bring it. You need to have it like delivered by Instacart or something. Yeah, no gum. No gum. I
get that. Yeah. I don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, don't bring gum. I mean, chew gum, but throw it away properly. I can't. Right. I've stepped on gum and it's the worst. Ugh. How about you can? It's against the rules to record if you're evacuated off a ride.
Really?
Yes. They don't want you filming or taking pictures of backstage, which I understand because
no backstage pictures. Yeah, I get that.
But I'm guilty. I've broken the rules because we got evacuated off of what was it? I think it was Remy. And I was taking pictures and filming.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think I got yelled at. I think I got away with it.
I've gotten evacuated from Test Track, but we didn't go backstage. We just were like walking. We literally walked down the track, but it was all stuff you see. So
yeah, but we've been on tours like you and VIP. We don't on the VIP, and we were told not. This is a restricted area.
Don't not backstage.
Yeah, don't take pictures. Whatever.
Along the line, along with gum, there's other things you can't buy at Disney, and that's soda other than Coke products. So you can't. The big one that people complain about the most, you hear the most about Dr. Pepper, because there are people that are addicted to Dr. Pepper. I actually have a friend who's addicted to Dr. Pepper, and there are other people that are addicted to Mountain Dew, and those are two drinks that you cannot get at Disney. You can't get any Pepsi products. But Dr. Pepper is its own thing. Dr. Pepper it's distributed in different parts of the country by different soda companies. There are actually parts of the country where Dr. Pepper is a Coca-Cola. It's distributed by Coca-Cola, but it's not a Coca-Cola product, and it's not distributed by Coca-Cola here in Florida. So you cannot get Dr. Pepper at Walt Disney World. So again,
you can bring it in though.
You could bring it in. You can bring it in, but you can't buy it. So you have to Instacart it or bring it in your suitcase, which might be interesting. You can't carry it on. So I don't know.
Do you know it's against the rules to wear Crocs on the escalators?
Is it really? People do it. And every once in a while, you'll see a picture of a Croc stuck in the escalator, especially at the Land Pavilion in Epcot.
Yeah. And they sell the heck out of them in the parks.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Crocs for sale in the parks. And what do you think people do as soon as they buy those Crocs? They stick them on.
And they go on the escalator.
I've been on many escalators.
I have too.
Never been stopped. No one said, "Sir, I'm sorry. Take those off." Now I'm barefoot. So now what? I'm barefoot now, so I'm not allowed to be barefoot.
Be barefoot either.
So I guess I can't go on it. Okay.
All right. You can't have a drone or a skateboard or anything with any kind of recreational device like a skateboard, a scooter, like the kind of scooter kids have, inline skates or shoes with built-in like wheelies. You can't have anything like that. You can have bicycles at Fort Wilderness, but that's about the only place you can have personal bicycles. And no drones.
No drones. I get that one. And here's one that people break all the time. You're not supposed to put your kid on your shoulders.
Yeah, people break that all the time. My father used to put me on my shoulders, so yeah, on his shoulders.
Now stop me if I'm repeating myself, because You know, we record once a week, and I'm sure I repeated myself. But I just read something, or we talked about someone was going to Soarin', and they were walking in the front of the land, and you know, you go through they'll have all those doors, and they had the kid on their shoulders, and the kid smacked his head right when he walked in.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, poor kid. So that's why
That's terrible.
that's why they say don't put your kid on the shoulders. That's a no-no.
Wow.
That's a big no-no.
Wow. So, you know, the official rules of Disney's a non-smoking resort, and you can only smoke in the designated areas, and you can't smoke there's no smoking in hotel rooms. And if they find that you've smoked in your hotel room, they can charge you up to $500 if you smoke in your hotel room or on your balcony.
Ooh, ouch.
Yep.
How about sage? Can you burn sage? Get all the bad spirits out?
I don't know, Dave.
Okay. Guess I better stop doing that then.
Somebody making a turkey in here?
Smells pretty good. Did you know that you can't bring wrapped gifts into Disney? That's a big no-no.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no wrapped
I'm pretty
gifts.
sure we have brought wrapped gifts. Maybe they've been in gift bags.
Shh. Don't tell anybody. We'll be promoting taking wrapped gifts to the parks.
Maybe they were in gift bags. Most of the gifts because we brought birthday presents into the parks.
Well, hypothetically, maybe.
I guess we brought a birthday cake into the park last April.
Yeah, I heard that was crazy. I heard about that.
I mean, it wasn't crazy. We carried it in a little insulated bag, and
I guess
security looked at it and said, "Okay." And
all right, yeah,
there was no problem. It was a Publix birthday cake.
So I guess we can't bring. I guess I can't bring my Blackstone grill in then.
No, and you can't make hot dogs in Disney Springs.
Okay.
I see a lot of times people ask on Facebook, you know, my grandmother's coming with us, and she has one of those canes that turns into a seat. Can we bring that? You can't. You can't bring any kind of folding chair or folding seat to Walt Disney World. You can bring a walker, and a lot of walkers like have the rollators. They have seats on them, kind of, but you can't bring a folding chair. Like to say, I'm gonna watch the parade, and I'm gonna set up on Main Street with my folding chair. No, you can't do that. No chairs at Walt Disney World.
Okay, I get that. The obvious ones that, you know, just common sense ones, no selfie sticks. Don't feed the wildlife.
Right.
That kind of thing. Dressing as characters is another one. We're not supposed to dress as characters.
Adults are not supposed to dress like characters. That's a twofold. People question that one. That's a twofold thing. They don't want you dressing as characters because they don't want the children, you know, coming up to you and you know, that could be a creeper like situation if you're trying to get kids to come, you know, sit on your lap and stuff. But it's also kind of a dignity of the character thing, because if you don't perfectly portray that character, that could be problematic for them. You know, if I was dressed like Cinderella, I mean, I look just like her, so the kids would be confused, but I'm not the most tactful person, so I might use a curse word here or there in my day. And if the children hear Cinderella dropping an F-bomb, that might be problematic for Disney. I don't think any child would ever confuse me with Cinderella. Let's be honest. Maybe Ursula. I don't know. But yeah. But it's not only for the safety of the children and the safety of you. Because if you get like mobbed by people, because people see you and like, oh my God, it's Cinderella, and they all mob you. That's a safety issue for you. It's also a safety issue for the random kids, because you could be a creeper, and it's also maintaining the character's image.
Yeah.
Because if you're in Epcot drinking around the world dressed like Snow White, and you know you're stumbling and hitting on every dwarf you see.
But you can do it during Halloween. Can you do it during Halloween?
You can do it at the Halloween party. You can dress like you could dress up, but there's no alcohol in Magic Kingdom, so there you go. And there's also it's a little bit more lax in Galaxy's Edge with the costumes, but I do have one more because it affects me and Rich.
Okay.
Because Rich has seen people out at things. We've been to like the flea market, and have you ever seen the people? It's like you'll have an ECV. you'll have a husband driving an ECV, and then there's like a hitch thing, and there's another ECV that he's pulling his wife.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, yes, they exist. Yes. It's like an ECV, and then there's a hitch, and there's another seat, and the wife is, so the man is like pulling the wife around, and
like a little chariot, like a little seat.
Kind of.
Huh?
And Rich always said, "Oh, that's going to be us when we retire." Like the guy in the front ECV pulling the woman.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't have that at Disney.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Because I'd sit in it. I'd let him pull me around all day. That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll have to find a picture of that and post it in the Facebook group when we. Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here's my last one then.
Okay.
No explicit T-shirts.
Yeah.
So sorry, Toni-Ann, you can't wear the TDC shirts anymore because we don't know what TD stands for. And those people are just inappropriate anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you see, and when it comes to inappropriateness, it's kind of up to the cast member. I know that they don't like it when there's profanity. They don't like it when if it's a character. Like I've seen shirts where Mickey's like holding weapons or looks like he's, doing something gruesome. They don't want that either. Cause they again, it deals with
it's their image. Yeah.
The image of the characters.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's one way to get a free T-shirt because they'll go get you another T-shirt a lot of times too.
And no banners, right? Remember a couple of years ago, there was that guy that kept pulling out the political banners. He posted. I remember a couple of years ago, he draped a banner over the main street, the train station.
Mm-hmm.
No banners.
No, that's a no-no.
As a matter of fact, Kurt, when we went to the first G3, there was a Geekin' on Walt Disney World banner that I think Judy smuggled in on the scooter. But technically, Kurt was sweating that one out because even the banner that said, that it was our reunion was technically contraband by Disney.
He's breaking the law.
Yeah, those geeks, they are really.
Kurt Stone, man, you got to watch out for him. Always breaking the law. Well, that's good. I'm glad that we are helping all of our friends and guests make sure that you are following all the rules and policies of the Walt Disney World parks.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Tell them, Toni-Ann.
You can't do that.
Stay out of trouble.
Don't do it.
Tell them.
Behave.
Tell them, Toni-Ann. That's it. All right.
Follow the rules. We will put a link to all the rules, that page on our group, the Friends of the Disney Crush on Facebook. If you're not in our group, the Friends of the Disney Crush, last week when I met Grandma Bunny, I forgot to tell her about the Friends of the Disney Crush. That's our private Facebook group where we share a lot of silliness. We share a lot of silliness in that group.
Mm-hmm. We do. Good place. It's fun times. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it with this week's Disney Crush podcast. So until next week, we'll see you guys later.
Bye. I had to cough there.
Is that what that delay was? Bye.
That's it. All right.
Turkey and truth has spoken!
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?